I would hope so.
Ready?
On air.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the new campaign. So the backstory for anybody that might be watching, or just because I have it all written out. So the island Kingdom of Allurium is a rich place, both in gold and culture. The beautiful tropical islands are a premier vacation destination, and the warm weather allows for a year-round growing season. The kingdom's biggest export, though, is adventurers. In fact, Allurium has an infrastructure set in place just for aspiring adventurers. People from all over come to the islands to try their hand at reaching the top tier of the Royal Adventuring Guild and earning their place in the world. You are an aspiring adventurer with your eyes set on taking part in the King's Gambit, an intense 3-part competition that takes place every 5 years on the summer solstice. This invitation-only event is the fastest way to advance through the ranks of the guild, and includes quite a hefty pot of gold to the winner of each section. The overall winning team earns lands and titles based on their deeds in the trial. It is just past the summer solstice of the 4th year since the last gambit, and you've found your way to the island of Lothar. The island itself has one of the more diverse ecologies, and is the second largest landmass in the kingdom. It is also one of the 3 locations of a beginning adventurer might register to join the guild. You've been instructed to meet at the guild hall to meet your teammates and get information about your mission. What'd you say, Shadow?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I should probably get a notebook.
Oh, babe, we've had all this time to get prepared. Are you telling me you're not prepared?
How dare?
Illidan.
Everyone was prepared.
How dare?
I'm so excited.
I mean, if I need to write down stuff, I'll just open up a TXT file and type.
Are you ready? Because I have more for you.
Uh-huh.
To set the mood.
Also, Barry is going to be a robot for most of today.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sorry about that, by the way.
Some of today.
So-
Fruit.
The guild hall is bustling with action. Some of you have been here for weeks and have begun to recognize faces. Some of you have only just arrived, ready to throw your hat into the ring. The hall itself is large. It's 3 stories in total. The bottom floor is mostly occupied by the large tavern room that acts as a meeting hall and a gathering place for the guild members and initiates. But you've seen a hallway to other rooms in your time here. Upstairs is sleeping quarters, mostly for initiates, and this is where you've been staying. The 3rd floor is supposedly all research rooms, but it's for full-fledged members only, so you've yet to see it. It's early morning, no more than a quarter past the 8th tick, and you've ate your fill of breakfast. Do you guys want to do anything before we continue on?
I am having an arm wrestling competition in the corner.
People who has been here.
Blosser's character has been here for a few days. Keth and Shay's character have been here for a couple weeks. I don't know how long your character's been here.
I've been here a couple days. Couple days for me, but I've mostly kept to myself.
Sure.
I think I was going to have Naiinar rock up.
You arrived last night.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, actually.
You haven't really had a chance to see much of the guild hall. You got in last night, and you were like the final piece they needed to set this adventuring group up.
Austin.
Shay.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
I've been here.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to suggest that I am having an arm wrestling with your character, so...
When did I get here?
I also.
I don't know. When did you get here?
In a corner of the bar, arm wrestling.
Do we want to introduce our characters before we get much further?
No.
We have to introduce ourselves to each other anyway, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so, there are two people at the bar. Oh, wait, first of all, do any of you guys watch the anime Fairy Tale?
Nope.
Yes, I watched a bit of it.
You know their guild hall, how, like, it's just this big open room and it has, like, tables and things? That's basically where you're at right now.
Okay, sweet, awesome.
So it sounds like some sort of nettle.
Yeah, and like there's a board on the wall that has contracts on it, and people are up and about and looking at those contracts. But since you are not members, since you're only initiates, you can't take any of those contracts. But if you'd like, you can go around and look at some of them.
Since being here, I am going around everywhere and reading all of the contracts, staring awkwardly at literally everyone, and just like taking everything in.
Make a perception check.
Oh, snap.
First roll.
Okay. You get some general information just about contracts people have been on. Looks like there was a warg infestation in one of the smaller islands that someone just set off for the other day. There's been some strange, like, cult activity around that you gather, but nobody's really kind of sure what's happening there. But for the most part, everybody this morning is more just talking about, like, the weather and general things. Nothing really big seems to be happening.
And upon realizing this information, I'm basically like a kid in a candy store. It's like, ooh, wargs, ooh, cultists.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything specific this morning?
Me and this.
I'm just.
Oh, do you want to roll for this?
I'm arm wrestling Keth.
Okay, I want you both to roll a strength check.
If any crunching comes through my thing, I'm eating pretzels because I feel sick, so I apologize if that comes through.
I think she wins that.
Well, no. So you guys are elbows on the table. You're going, Keth, you're feeling it's like he's got you about a third of the way down the table here. Roll another check for me. You're straining. The veins in your neck are popping out. Oh, but you've pushed him back. You are, like, back to the other side here. And one more final check. You just barely. It takes everything that you have, but you just barely tap his knuckles on the edge of the table.
Yeah!
Oh, looks like I'm buying drinks later.
Speaking of drinks, if nobody else has anything they really want to do. So, speaking of drinks, there are two people at the bar. One is a short, dwarvish woman with reddish-brown hair that, while in a braid, looks wild and free. She's a soft beard like she hasn't shaved in a few days, and she's stocky and well-built like any good dwarf. Her pale skin is dotted with freckles. She's looking between two books, muttering to herself. Next to her stands a tall, half-elven man. He is tall and graceful with golden-brown skin. At first, the slight tip to his ears and the angularity of his face would be the only thing to give away his parentage, but on closer inspection, his skin seems to shimmer in the light, and he moves far more gracefully than a human ever could. The dwarf looks over the note she's written in one of the books and nods to herself and rings a small bell. the bar falls quiet, and she begins to call your names. Abby? Is there an Abby in here?
I grunt and you can just hear a grunt and a soft walking over. Yes.
Keth?
Is that me? You want me? Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah, come here. Lanoth. Is that, am I pronouncing that right? Lanoth.
Yep. It is correct, and
I don't...
in suit.
Someone
Follow.
say your name for me one time before I fuck it up royally. Cyber.
Oh, it was mine. Oh, Naiinar. I think it was.
Naiinar?
Yeah, Naiinar.
She looks at their page. She goes, She points at you. You, come here.
He was actually looking up, but as soon as he hears Butcher's attempt to say his name, it's like, that's probably me, and just sort of stands up and walks over.
Ranger.
Here, Sean.
What did you say?
Oh, I said I'm just gonna butter.
Yes, I will do that for you, Shadow.
Yeah.
And then...
By the way, I know you called my name, but I was not paying attention. I'm still looking over the board of...
No, well, I don't think she's called your name yet.
You did.
No, she just did. She just did. Ranger? Ranger. Is there a ranger in here? A couple, like, people with bows on their back look up like, yeah, I'm a ranger, and then they realize that she's calling names, and they're like, oh, no, not me. Are you still not paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay. And then she calls Barry Balderdash. Do we have a ranger and a Barry Balderdash?
Okay, I'll jump at... Yeah, sorry, and just rush over. I'm Ranger.
She just looks at you like the most exasperated person you've ever seen.
Just a big old smile.
The bartender next to her kind of whispers in her ear a little bit, and she goes, oh, okay, well, this'll have to do. And she looks over your little band of adventurers and says, welcome, you all have been given an assignment.
Okay.
So the city of Amalun has been experiencing a rather strange phenomenon lately. Like lights appearing in the forest at night and strange beasts. Anyway, the town gathered together some money, and they want you to go find the source of the strange lights and stop it. So we're sending you to the town organizer's office. He's a half-elf man by the name of Avarice Cromwell, and he'll be able to explain more to you. On completion, you will receive 25 gold pieces apiece and be considered full-fledged members of the guild.
Keth sort of stage whisper style murmurs to Lanoth standing next to her. Isn't that just like fireflies? Are we going to go try kill fireflies? Because them fuckers are fast.
The bartender looks over and he goes, oh, a scouting mission. What a beautiful opportunity. Most of the time you just initiate skit like goblin removal.
I squeal slightly at this mention of goblin removal because it sounds fun.
He looks at you and kind of cocks his head and winks at you. Like,
Me?
he's laying the moves on you.
No, on the other hand, just looks somewhat exasperated and annoyed already.
I make an insight check to find out why he's doing that.
Yeah.
Come on, deception check.
Why? Wait, why are you rolling in a deception check?
I said, can I against it?
No, I thought, are you, Shadow, are you insight checking the bartender, or are you insight checking Cyber?
The one who cocked his head and winked at me.
Got it. Yeah, so you don't have to roll anything. Wow, that's a pretty high insight check.
Wise guys!
He is flirting with you. You would be able to tell that his elven parentage is a high elf. That's why his skin is kind of like shiny and shimmery. And he's just honestly flirting with you.
I am going to awkwardly giggle, kind of wave my hands like, and just like sidestep behind the giant half-orc.
You know that I'm not actually that tall.
Around your height, actually, but I'm just gonna kneel behind you.
You know, there's a Goliath that's standing next to me that's much taller.
Behind him, then. I don't know what any of you are.
So
I just know what Keth is because you talk about Keth.
you guys can all kind of explain your characters, introduce your characters now, since I've called you up. I should have.
Who wants to start?
We hear about Keth a lot. Go ahead, Keth.
Yeah.
I talk about Keth a lot because she's my baby. Keth is a like reasonably short for a half orc. She is like just lightly grey skin and dark brown hair that's sort of shaggily cut in like a short cut. It's beginning to grow out a little bit, but it's still quite short. She has very obvious scarring in a number of places on her body, most notably around her neck and wrists. There's evidence of bounds, like she's been sort of in manacles and things. It very sort of rubbed on her wrist and then left scarring. She's wearing a sort of like essentially like a tank top that's sort of brown leather jerkin, and has sort of embroidered with red thread around the edge, just like cross stitch, but it's not. It's all looking very worn and sort of a little bit sort of faded, and she's wearing some sort of just a pair of breeches, and she has a little necklace on with a little wooden bear on it,
This is a picture.
She has a giant. Yes.
Aww.
She has a giant like axe and a pack that she just doesn't seem to notice that she's carrying around with her, and yeah, she looks very friendly and interested in everything, and all these new people, and yeah. I can't really say anything more about her without, like, I could rant about her for hours, but you don't need to know that.
Okay. Shadow, tell us about Ranger.
Yeah, I could do that. Okay, I should do that. Ranger does not look like a ranger at all. It's a little confusing. She doesn't have a bow or any of that stuff. She is about 5'9". So she is a super tall elf, but very thin. Like of person. She doesn't have a lot of muscle mass on her. She has light lavender skin, dark purple hair and in the back her hair is like about chin length, but it's got like really long pieces on the front. She is dressed in just these weird blue top and short, like, knee-length skirt. She is awkward and strange, and she's Ranger. Enjoy.
Okay.
Cricket.
Lanoth, do you want to describe yourself?
Austin?
Lanoth is a 7'10" Goliath with obvious rough exterior, like from living a tribal lifestyle. He's abandoned, so he's got some like. So.
You cut out a bit there, babe. What was that?
So Lanoth is a 7'10" Goliath. Unlike most Goliaths who like carry furs and heavy weaponry, he's only equipped with a quarterstaff and what looks like a leather tome to his side. He has a rougher outlook that one might expect coming from living a tribal lifestyle of having to fend for yourself and people that you would consider a group or herd. It's about all I can think about.
Awesome.
Abby.
Point out that I have a mace and a shield. Those are kind of obvious.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
I'm Abby. I'm not a robot, but I'm a robot. So I apologize for cutting in and out.
Barry has shit internet right now, so.
Yeah. I am a 5'5", black-haired half-elf with brown eyes. I have a bow with me. Short bow. And a short sword.
Okay. And Naiinar,
Naiinar, I think it was.
Naiinar. Naiinar.
Next week you will have your name.
No, it's also a half-elf. Half-elf? I convert, I swear.
I would like to say, for narrative purposes, you guys are standing at opposite ends of the group.
Yes.
Just
there
so you know.
There is a reason for this, but we will not be going into that yet.
None of us know this.
So you guys are standing at opposite ends of the group.
So Naiinar is a half-elf druid. He doesn't look like he's been near anything to cut his hair or beard in about 7 years, because he hasn't been in 7 years. Sort of big beard and long hair. He also has massive sort of gouges down his face, gouges down his face, like he's been mauled by a bear, and looks like his nose has been broken about 3 times.
Jeez.
So he looks pretty damn rough.
He's seen some shit.
Yes.
Not only does he look like a bear, he's been mauled by one.
He's like,
I'm not mending. Do you want me to mend your face?
He has healing word, so I'm pretty sure he could heal it if you wanted to. But he's holding like this quarter staff that he's using sort of as a walking stick, but not. But he's wearing like this leather armor and this sort of cloth cloak with a hood which is up. And is all very clearly undyed. He looks very druidy.
Okay.
I'm probably the cleanest person in the group.
Oh,
I
definitely.
have like no scars,
100%.
like pristine clothing that's like not dirty at all.
Oh, 100%. So,
Keth
the
is clean, just not very new clothing.
I think Keth's one of the shorter members of the group.
I think
Nainar's
shorter.
5'9".
I'm 5'11".
High
so-
five!
For some reason, I thought you said you were like 5'3" when you were here.
Well, that happens sometimes.
Oh my god, a
My
5'3"
bad.
half orc would be so cute.
okay.
Anyway,
As a person who's 5 IRL, I take offense.
Lanoth. Does this mean we're going out together?
It seems so with this group.
Sweet.
Is this to be our adventuring party?
The woman looks, the dwarven woman looks you over, all of you, and looks to the bartender and says, "All right, well, I'm gonna go back to the back with these. If you see Barry Balderdash, will you send him back?" And the bartender, the half-elven gentleman, he nods and goes back, and he's flirting with some girls at the bar, and they're like, "Oh, Naiinar! Oh!" I mean, they are playing up into this guy's hands.
If Nainar's eyes could roll any more, they would be.
The Granger is not paying attention, but me as myself in person and gagging a little.
I love Vidor. He is my half-elven child. So the dwarven woman goes, "My name's Riona Coinfall. I'm the guild master of this establishment. If you want to follow me, we'll get you set up with your equipment and we'll get the contract signed." So she basically slams the book shut, and a little bit of dust comes out because these are old books. They're large. And she just very quickly walks down a hallway, not even looking back to see if you guys are following her or not. She's completely busy.
Oh, I'm very much following.
Well,
Yeah.
left that question unanswered.
Abby looks just happy that we're finally moving.
I'm still standing behind the Goliath.
Keth sort of has it, like, glances over everyone and turns to this elf lady hiding behind her friend. Are you okay?
At Keth and get extremely uncomfortable and a little fearful for a second. Be like, hi, hello,
Hi! And Keth just slams a hand out in the middle of the air in front of you. I'm Keth!
backwards. We should follow that lady, yeah?
Oh, yeah, we should go. Nice to meet you. And Keth wanders off.
Gotta be careful about that handshake. Gal about broke my
I
hand
race
last time.
after the dwarf lady. I mean, no eye contact and just race after the dwarf.
Oh, brother. All right, let's go sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
She takes you into one of the back rooms that you haven't been to yet. It's a pretty empty room. It has a small chest on the table that is covered in different... Well, the small chest is closed. The table is empty. And except for the chest and a map next to it. She walks into the room, goes behind the table, looks you all over. She says, okay, well, like I said, you're going to Amalun to go on a scouting mission of sorts. Basically, don't get dead. Figure out what's going on. If you can't handle it yourselves, come back. Like, the last thing we want is to kill a bunch of new adventurers. You got it?
It's okay. I don't die very easily.
I take another step away from Keth.
Riona looks at Keth also and is just like, I'm sure you don't, buddy. Uh-huh. And she opens up the chest, and inside are 3 minor healing potions. So, divvy them amongst yourselves as you will.
Naiinar takes one and puts it in his backpack.
I know, Lanoth. You might want one of those. Land, buddy, land. You should grab one of those.
Yes, but there's only 3. I hold up 3 fingers. And there's 5 of us that hold up another hand with 5.
Uh-huh. And that makes 11.
Just takes one.
Right? 11.
There's
Close.
1 more healing potion left.
Keth's caretaker.
Naiinar picks up a little and just says, I doubt I'm the only one here who knows some healing magic.
Ranger immediately raises her hand. Oh, I can heal!
Riona looks at you and goes, good to know. And she pulls out a necklace. And on this necklace is the seal of Allurium, which is it's a round seal that has a sun, like half a sunrise, basically. And here, let me just show you.
Has a hand already, like,
drawn version of it.
but yes, Abby already has a hand, like, or a couple of fingers, like, forward.
Like, gimme.
You cut out a couple of fingers forward.
She wants the necklace.
No, she
Like, couple, you know,
Okay.
cut. Sorry.
she doesn't hand it to you. So this is the seal of Allurium.
Pokeball.
I was just thinking that looks like a spiky Pokeball.
It does kind of look like a spiky Pokeball. These lines that are here, these ones down here, imagine that they're like well drawn.
What are they meant to be?
It's the bottom half is 3 sections. This section here, this top one, is this one and this one are even.
Are you
this is
trying to do the ping thing? Because that's not showing on my screen.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally pinging. Are you not?
I'm not seeing them.
Maybe because I'm on the GM layer. Let's try
Probably
this
fix.
again. Okay,
Yes.
so this
That would
part
do it, yeah.
here and this part here are the same size, and this is like a thin band
Right.
in the middle.
And same size.
Yes. Yes.
Sweet. Cool.
That is what this necklace looks like. And she hands it to Ranger and says, you know about Revivify, yes?
I heard of it.
Okay, well just, if you guys die, this is your one chance. Like, you get one. Don't die. That's not... Just don't do it. Okay? Cool.
It's alright. They won't die. I'll be in front. It's gonna be fine.
She looks at you with this, not pity in her eyes, but just kind of confusion, and also a little bit of like, I'm sure you will, honey, it's okay.
Patronizing is what that sounds like.
Yeah, definitely.
Had before.
She
narrows her eyes slightly.
now that the chest is empty because you've taken all the potions, she pulls it off the table and rolls out the map. And you guys get to see a new thing. Are you ready for this?
No.
Show us the map.
Leia! Map Leia! Can you see both of those, or do you just see the one?
I see a town name.
Do you see the little town dot?
Yeah, well, the town dot was there already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The name is new.
I'm almost correctly.
I'm a loon.
Yes,
Egg
you
moon?
are.
Moon
Omelette?
egg? Omelet? Moon? Basically.
Omelet.
No, okay,
I
so
have one omelette.
Fromage.
I might have one for dinner.
Good.
I might have one tomorrow. Mm.
That's yellow.
What?
Anyway,
Nothing.
How far is it from here?
She goes, well, I guess it'd be about a 2-week journey. But you don't have to worry about that. We'll take care of your transportation. But basically, this is where you're going. And like I said, you're going to be speaking to Avarice Cromwell. What?
Sneeze.
You're going to be speaking to Avarice
Rest in
Cromwell.
peace.
Uh-huh.
To who?
Avarice Cromwell.
Avarice Cromwell.
I'm gonna take some allergy pills. Sorry, guys. Hey, I almost
the
spelled-
town
spelled that one
organizer.
right, too.
All right.
And he'll explain sort of what's going on. We don't always get the most detailed information in the contracts here. We just know that something's happening. They want you to take care of it. We think you'll be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Any objections?
What?
I just want to say for the record that was in character.
A contract.
Oh, yeah. She pulls out a essentially a wand. It has a crystal tip to it. And she goes, if you guys are ready, we can start the contracts.
I'm not just.
I have a question.
How do these
And Abby raises a hand.
work? Like,
Hold on. What was your question, Keth?
how do these contract things work? Because I can't read them, so I need to know what's going on.
It's more like don't go off into the wilderness. You have to kind of stay on track for a bit. What is that noise?
That was my wake up. It's 2:00 alarm.
Okay.
Wake up, Shay.
I am awake.
Are you? Are you really?
So basically, go to the place, do the thing, and don't go anywhere else.
Kinda. It's more like just sort of stay on track. You don't have a time constraint on this one necessarily, because this one is... She looks really confused, and like she's trying to think of something. She goes, look, guys, honestly, I'm pretty new to this position. Our last guild master, she retired, and you guys are my first group of new adventurers. So I don't know what I was supposed to say to make you guys feel better here, but
well, I just, I wanted to know if there were any bad things that might happen if I signed the contract. That's all.
no, I mean, if you run away, then bad things happen, but
well,
don't run away.
That's the thing, you see. Last time that someone told me to sign a magical contract, they said that the magical contract meant that if we didn't do it, they'd eat our hearts. That was not a pleasant experience. I just want to make sure no heart eating is going to occur.
I take another step away from Keth.
Riona looks mildly concerned and confused right now.
I don't think you told me about that one.
It's a good story. I'll tell you later.
Look. If you guys...
Are you sure this is my only choice of companions?
You want to say that again?
Are you sure this is my only choice of companions?
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to choose your companions on your first mission. That's it's kind of a sign. It's kind of a works well. Checks the box of works well with others. You know.
I just give a look of please give me some pity here.
Look,
I just
technically. Go ahead.
Keth is looking around the odd looks that everyone's giving her, and it's just I'm still here. Nothing bad actually happened, but it was a bit concerning. So I don't do Reedy so well. I prefer to know before I sign something whether it's going to be very, very bad or just a little bit bad. That's all.
I'm gonna raise my hand. I have a question.
She's face palming now. Yes, Ranger.
With the contract, do we have to sign it with our names? Does it have to be? Because I know there's some things out there that they take your real names, your true names. That can be complicated.
No, we don't. Nobody is signing anything.
What's the wand for?
I'm getting to that. She just is overwhelmed right now.
Dirty cat.
So we give it a little look around. We talk back to the guy, report what we did to look around about, and if we find anything. And do we come back here to report it and get paid?
No, he'll pay you.
He'll pay us.
You're supposed to go look around. If you see anything, ideally we want to try and find where the source of these are coming from and take care of it. You think you guys can handle that?
Yes.
We're not talking dragons or anything here. We're talking goblins. The odd strange pixie creature. This
Promotion, you say dragons, and I look really excited, and then you say not dragons. I'm like, oh.
You were so excited about the goblins earlier. Alright, so contract.
She shows you the palm of her right hand, and you can see that same symbol has kind of been burned into her hand. Let's go back to that page so you can see it one more time. as I can explain things to you.
Pokeball.
It's not a Pokeball.
It's a sunburst.
This line up here, this line at top, doesn't actually exist. I just don't have the things to draw it out in real. I'll show you a picture of it later, okay? I hate you all.
I'm sorry, I said it was a Pokeball.
To be fair, I also immediately thought it was a Pokemon.
Yes, whoever's drawing this,
That's
basically,
Oot.
this is basically what it looks like. So, one thing that you notice that's different is this line here is, it's silver. And it like 100% looks like she has silver inlaid in her palm. And she has stars along the outside. So around the outside here, she's got different different number of stars.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And then,
around the outside.
yep, around the outside, there are stars. And then she has Guildmaster written in this part right here.
Uh,
And these two are
subtlety
empty.
in these parts.
what?
Well, she goes, this, and it's on the palm of her right hand. She goes, this is the symbol of the Royal Adventurers Guild.
The palm or the back of the right hand?
The palm of the right hand.
Ow.
This is your contract.
I immediately grab my right hand and hold it to my chest.
Hey, do you mean that do we get a pretty thing like that?
Well, yours won't look like this, but because
And I make it look like that.
yes, you can.
Yes!
I like your enthusiasm.
I'm totally on board with this. Let's get. What does it have to be on your hand, or can it be like anywhere?
It has to be on your hand.
A permanent?
I can
Trouble
work
is
with that.
afoot.
I hold out my hand. Like,
Naiinar just looks somewhat concerned at his hand before actually taking his sort of leather glove off. Holds it out. Sort of
So you hold out your hand first?
I'm
think
holding up
Beth
my hand
did.
already.
Oh, okay.
I'm literally
Yeah.
holding it out to the computer. You can't see this, but this is what I'm
Oh,
doing.
okay. Is that your
I'm
dominant
literally
hand?
holding my hand to my chest.
Is that your dominant hand?
What does dominant mean?
Is that the hand you use to hit things with?
Yes.
Good. Can somebody send Blosser a Discord link in the Skype chat?
Can do.
They did already.
Can you
It's
redo
got
it again, please?
disappeared. It's got disappeared. It's alright, I'm on it.
Okay.
Okay, so I just like draw an eye on the purple one because it's really messing me up. It looks like half a face.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of it. I don't know if I can't get rid of it.
Where?
I can't get rid of it. What?
Scroll, zoom
Oh,
in.
again, I'm on the wrong layer. Too many layer things.
What the heck?
Stop it.
Anyway,
Wish there's a way to revoke that for players because they just want to draw all over the place.
So, Keth, you hold out your hand.
yes.
She
I want
takes.
the pretty. The pretty,
She
I
takes-
saw a pretty, I want the pretty.
She takes the tip of the crystal and touches it to your palm, and nothing happens. And she's like, "What?
Huh?
That's not supposed to happen that way."
But
Hold on a second. Just wait here a moment.
is
And
it
like
broken?
runs out the hallway going, Vidor! Vidor, get your ass in here!
Keth turns to Lanoth and says, "Did I break that? I sometimes break things and I don't mean to. Did I break that? Is that my fault?"
Well, she touched you with it, so she would have technically broke it.
Okay, that's right. As long as it's not my fault, then it's fine.
But also still holding his hand up, sort of semi-confused and sort of says, "Yeah, I like that logic." Before sort of awkwardly putting his hand down and looking around.
And you guys are in the room for a few minutes, and then she comes back in, towing that half-elven man behind her. She goes,
Rager's
"I did
best friend.
what I'm supposed to do, just like Raina showed me, and I put it on her thumb, but nothing happened, and I just don't know. And you know more about magic than I do. Will you just come in here and, like, look at things?" And actually, yeah, behind him is a halfling gentleman, also in tow. I don't know if he can hear us yet, though.
It's
No.
not on the...
He's not here.
I gave the...
Does he look like a berry?
Please stop saying that. It just makes me confused.
That's his character name.
This is BA, like Barry,
Barry! It's supposed to be Barry, not Berry. Berry is a fruit.
it's Barry. Barry.
Now you know how I feel during that other game.
No.
Darren?
No, you're like a Duran. It's completely different.
Okay, so
I'm glad you cannot see the withering stare I am giving you right now.
I'm glad you can't see the withering stare I'm giving all of you.
Dungeons and Dragons where nothing goes as planned.
Click the link.
Do it,
I've put
do
in
it.
basically every chat that I can see.
I know, I'm waiting.
Do it, do it, do. Yay! Now he just needs to join the general chat. Technical problems.
Do we have elevator music that we could be playing on stream during this point?
I mean, on my
I love it.
So sorry for anyone who might be watching us. We're trying to get our new party member
Barry
to...
Burton.
Yeah!
New party
Velociraptor!
member.
Bowser, Tim, Dave, whatever name we settled on.
Oh
If we
my
settled
god.
on. The man with a million names.
Tim!
No.
There are some who call him Tim.
Scanlan. He's basically Scanlan.
Yes.
Works for me.
Okay, so you woke up late
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
and you ran down the stairs to see this half-elven gentleman who, just because you didn't get the flowery language that I wrote earlier, he is tall and graceful with golden brown skin. At first glance, the slight tip to his ears and the angularity of his face would be the only thing to give away his parentage, but on closer inspection, his skin seems to shimmer in the light. And he
Okay.
moves far more gracefully than a human ever could.
Okay.
And you've been here for a couple days, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
You would know that Vidor is a fellow bard.
Vidor.
Vidor. Veedor. Like Victor, only
with more.
Victor.
Vidor.
Vidor.
Door.
Igor.
The door.
Vidor. You have probably played music with Vidor. You and him have probably been chummy.
Yeah.
Not to mention that he's the bartender, so.
Oh, then yeah, he definitely knows me then.
So when he sees you, he goes, Barry, you've been assigned a group this morning. I'll take you back to the back. And as you're walking back to the back, the dwarven woman who you recognize as Riona is, who is the guild master for this specific hall, is like yelling for Vidor because something's not working.
Okay.
Would I have like any idea what kind of magic that would be?
It's contract magic.
Something just fell over.
It's technically like a variation of runic magic.
This intrigues me.
So you walk in behind Vidor and Riona and see this group of 5 people standing there. There's a half-orc, a Goliath, 2 half-elves, and an actual elf.
Purple skin.
With purple skin.
You have purple skin?
Purple skin.
It's light lavender, so yeah.
I missed that in the introduction.
She's a high elf.
I am very clean.
Yeah, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for being late.
Riona looks at you guys and goes, "This is Barry. He's gonna join you." And she and Vidor talk kind of in hushed tones, and she kind of taps the crystal against her palm a couple times and goes, "Okay, let me try again."
Keth sticks out her hand again. Is it working? Is it gonna work this time?
She touches it to the palm of your hand, and for a second there is a flare of pain, and it immediately fades, and you see the now familiar crest of Allurium on your hand. And instead of Guildmaster in this part here, it says Initiate. Not that you can read it.
It has letters and everything, isn't that so cool? It's not quite as much silver though.
No, she says that's because I've earned a particular place.
Okay.
And then, okay, who's next?
Naiinar holds out his hand since it was still ungloved and says, "I guess that's me."
Once again, she touches it to the palm of your hand. Nothing, yours is fine. It happens immediately. Once again, there's a bright flash of like white hot pain, and it immediately resides.
He just shudders out of the pain, sort of looks down and says, "Okay," before putting it back in his glove and sort of pretending like it wasn't there.
Okay.
She kind of explains the contract to Barry while she's doing this. She goes, "You guys are going to Amalune for a scouting mission? Your party companions can fill you in."
Oh.
Yeah,
Pleasant.
apparently they've been seeing weird shiny lights, so we gotta go investigate the weird shiny lights. I think that there might be just fireflies.
Nobody in here is left-handed, right?
I am.
No.
Alright, can I see your left hand?
I give her my left hand.
She touches it to your palm. Once again, you actually feel the surge of magic go through you. that's not unlike the surge of magic that you felt once before.
Right, so what kind of spell is this, if you don't mind me asking?
She looks at you confused and goes, I don't know. This is just, it's like contract runic magic. These are questions that I probably should ask at some point, but like I said, I'm new to this job, so.
You're doing a great job.
Very
Thanks.
comforting.
Thanks. Who's next?
I'll hold my hand out.
Again, same thing. Nothing. Nothing's unusual. She looks to Ranger. She looks to you expectantly.
I still have my hand like clutched to my chest and just looking really nervous. And then I say, "Is it permanent? Like, can we?"
It stays as long as the contract stays, and the more contracts you take, the longer it takes to fade. But it will eventually, once you complete your contract, it takes about 24 hours to fade away.
Oh.
All right.
No, just jumps up and says, "My father was an adventurer here. This is fated."
Yeah, if you haven't taken a contract in a while, it will fade. But if you consistently take contracts, we've got some members in the higher ranks whose it's a permanent mark, at least the outline.
I reluctantly step forward and hold my hand out.
Again, there's a white flash of blinding pain. Yours, however, these two spots here, these one here and here, are a, like, iridescent bluish purple.
You got pretty colors.
And the line in yours is gold.
You got
And she looks at you,
colors.
like, questioning for a second, and just kind of cocks her head.
Immediately close my hand and just fold my arms and back away.
And she nods and goes, okay. Barry, come here.
Sure.
You ready to accept your contract?
I mean, I don't really know what it entails, but what's life without a little mystery? So sure, I put my hand out.
I just want to say, Roll20 says you're not in the room, actually on.
Yeah, my computer decided to shut down.
That's fun.
So
That'll do it,
I'm getting it set back up here in just a second.
Well, nothing really as big is happening now, and I don't have fancy town maps like Shadow does, so...
We're just looking at a spiky Pokeball.
Yeah.
Cool.
So she takes
Like a
your
ball.
hand, she touches the tip of the crystal to it, it flares with pain, and then it fades, and you are all now contracted. And then she sticks the wand back in her shirt and goes, okay, are you ready
So it's like
to
a
travel?
mark on our arms or whatever?
Well, it's on the palm of your right hand.
Okay.
Except for Lanoth, who it's on the palm of his left hand. And this is what it looks like.
I'm back. Okay.
Praise the sun.
I praise.
Spiky Pokeball.
Gotcha.
2 scoops of praising.
Yeah. So she goes, okay, are you ready to go? Do you need anything before you leave, or can we just get you sent out to Amaloon?
No, it's just no. After a while, just sort of asks, "Does her fancy one mean she's like the team leader?" And sort of points to Ranger.
No. you know, I feel like this isn't something that I should necessarily say, but your marks mean different things. So, this isn't really my place. Let's just go.
What does mine mean?
It means that you're wonderful.
Yay! Did you hear that? I'm wonderful.
And you notice there's actually a secondary door leading out of this room. And she goes through that door. And you see a teleportation circle on the floor. And there is a gnomish gentleman sitting on a chair, like, half asleep, basically. And as soon as you walk in, he, like, wakes up and he goes, "Oh, hi, where do you want to go? And Riona just kind of shakes her head and is like, it's fine, let's just send them. We'll talk about this later. Sleeping on your post." And he starts to prepare the magic to power this transportation circle.
It's fine, honey. I get tired too.
One more time, Yuna.
Yeah, say that again.
I said, it's fine, honey. I get tired too.
He is, like, bright red in the face, and he finishes the magic. The teleportation circle flares to life.
That's very shiny.
I'm guessing you all go through?
There's many shiny things.
Yeah. Before I go
I'm
up there, I'm
walking.
I go over to Riona and just very obviously whisper in her ear, "Why is mine different exactly?"
She just bows her head to you, goes, "My lady," and gestures you forward.
Go towards the circle and don't make eye contact with the dwarf ever again.
Okay.
I want to roll a perception check to see if I heard that.
Sure. I want you to roll a stealth check.
I follow the nervous person.
I
I want to make sure.
I'll stealthy.
I follow the nervous person because I want to make sure that they're safe on the other side of this glowy thing. That I'm sort of slightly glancing at my own hand and just admiring the shape. Still.
All right, I'm back.
Cyber,
Sorry, guys.
you don't hear what they're saying, but you see Riona's, like, nodded, bowed head. But you can't hear what they're saying.
He blinks, looks confused, and sort of shakes his head, dismissing it before basically muttering, "I hate teleportation," and just basically throws himself into the thing.
You
I hear
all...
little voices.
Hello,
Yes, there's a little one.
Is that the baby?
That's
It's a tiny raptor.
The spawn!
Baby raptor.
Tried to get her to take a nap, but she won't. So
That's
should play D&D.
sometimes.
she does. She does. She'll learn eventually. All right. Ignore everything on my side.
The spawn to play D&D.
Did we all go through the circle?
Yeah.
I followed Ranger because she looked nervous and I wanted to make sure she didn't get surprised by anyone while she was nervous.
Was so not paying
I just walked
attention,
in
so I
immediately.
did not take any steps away from Keth that time.
Real quick, what is everybody playing?
Yeah, I was waiting for that question.
Right.
So, my name is Keth.
And who is talking?
Anna. Dottie.
Dottie.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And you are.
I play Keth,
That's the half orc.
and it's a half orc, a barbarian, basically. It's fairly obvious what I am. I'm not hiding it in any way, shape, or form.
Great. Awesome. Okay.
If you wanna, yeah.
If I
Barry,
wanna-
whose internet is complete shite today, is playing a half-elf thief, rogue, whatever, called Abby.
That
Yuna.
is Yuna.
Yeah. Cypher knows me as Barry, but I'm
Yes.
Yuna to everyone else.
Okay.
There are reasons for this. I do not know the reasons.
Yeah, I am Shadow or Jess, and I'm playing Ranger, who is the purple elf, and she's a cleric.
Cleric.
I suppose I should also introduce myself. I am Cyber. I am also playing a half-elf. I am playing a druid called Naiinar.
Okay.
Expect much snark.
Snark. Love it. Love it.
All the snark.
My
Neener,
name
neener.
Barry Balderdash, and I am a halfling bard.
Awesome.
Halflings.
I'm Shay. I'm playing the Goliath Lanoth. Goliath
I have
wizard.
no idea what Goliath is.
Goliath wizard. Huh?
It's like a crossbreed between
Grog.
people. It's a crossbreed between people and stone giant.
Okay.
Imagine just like a really tall, muscular humanoid.
I'm imagining FF15 Titan.
Barbarian type character ever.
Thanks, Titan.
Sounds about right, maybe.
And if you want to on stream track who's who, there is a handy list in the stream description.
Hi!
Information stuff. Hello.
Hi. It's adorable.
This is the best distraction we've ever had in a game.
A real life spawn.
So
Yeah.
we've gone through this portal. What's on the other side?
You emerge in once again, it's a plain room except for this portal. There is a gentleman, a half-elven gentleman, standing outside the door, or standing next to this door on the other side. He looks pretty standard for a half-elf. Medium height, slim build, slightly pointy ears, dark brown hair. He doesn't have any facial hair.
Nice.
And he looks at you as you arrive. Are you my adventuring band?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah.
You would be Aravis, right?
Yes, indeed. I'm the town organizer for Amaloon.
Cool. Where are these shiny light things?
Would you care to follow me?
Mm-hmm.
He takes you out into the hallway, and then out into the street. And you looking back, you see that this is probably the city hall building. It's a couple stories tall. Kind of has a domed roof to it. It's very elven in architecture. And Ranger, you would recognize the architecture as being elven.
Pretty.
He takes you out into the city, into the town, and it's a relatively decent sized town. The city square is full of people. There looks like there's basically a farmer's market going on right now. And he leads you past that. He leads you past basically block after block of houses, and towards the
Farmer's
outskirts.
market, I just want to say that y'all will probably have to drag Ranger along with you because she is checking out everything.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm
Very
just shadowing Ranger and just every so often nudging her back into a straight line path.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, oh, look, oh, look at that over there. Oh my god, guys, look at that, look. Like, there's the whole time.
Hey, do you
I
want
was sort of glancing over a few of the like vegetables, but aside from that, he just does not look interested.
Ranger, wasn't it? Did you want to ride on my shoulders so you could see things better?
Happy and excited at that proposal, and then realize that it's Keth talking to me, and hurry my pace after Avarice.
At one point,
a little bit sad.
At one point, you walk past a couple of guards that have a navy blue sash on them. And he kind of points at them and goes, "Ah, the guard from the High Council." And he bows his head towards them. And the guards look and they kind of nod their heads and keep going forward.
That's good, yeah. High Council.
Oh, the High Council. This is... Lothar is an elven island. So while we swear our loyalty to Allurium, we do accept help and guidance from the Elven High Council.
Oh, okay. I'm fairly new to Allurium, so I don't know it very well.
If anyone's paying attention to Abby, she's just rolling her eyes.
And he kind of, as he's walking, starts telling you the story. He goes, it started about a month ago. We had a large rainstorm, and actually no, it started before that. So it started maybe 2 months ago with the strange lights in the sky, but nothing happened. And then about a month later, we had a rainstorm, and suddenly there was flashes of light that were colorful. And I sent some guards out into the woods to look for them, and they came back and said they fought a water weird. Which is
that familiar?
Yes,
Yeah,
you know what a water weird is.
I'm assuming that I would know.
So a water weird is an elemental guardian that's usually bound to a specific water-filled location. And he goes on and he says, but we don't have any lakes or bodies of water around us. This is the jungle. We are pretty far inland.
Perhaps some kind of spring?
No. We have a well, but nothing that would require a water weird for protection. And then it was again about a week went by, and there was another flash of light, and suddenly we were fighting pixies on all fronts.
Huh.
And it's just gotten more and more consistent, and every night there are flashes of light, and they bring strange creatures. We're just trying to figure out where they're coming from, why this is happening. And he takes you, actually, about a 10-minute walk outside of the city to a clearing. And in the clearing, there is, like, burned trees, and basically, it kind of looks like a meteor has fallen. And just destroyed this area.
Okay.
This is the one that happened last night, and we fought a displacer beast. We've sent word to Allurium, and the king has offered help, and he's actually the one that's backing our contract, and he talked to the High Council, and they've sent some extra guards, but this is something that we cannot hold. Every night we are faced with new beasts of increasing danger.
Right. Would I know if, like, water weirds, pixies, and displacer beasts have anything in common?
Make an intelligence check.
Keth, I want to start wandering around the clearing, nosing around, and sort of just examining the remains of the fight and seeing if I can see where the combatants, which direction the combatants came from, and like which direction the displacer beast thing came from.
Make a survival check.
Would I be able to use Druidcraft to sort of see if there was sort of try to talk to the nature spirits here, or if I could learn anything?
No.
Okay.
That's a
Would
different spell.
I, kind of the same thing Shay said, would I know any connection between these?
Make an intelligence. For you...
Alright, can I roll a nature check to see if I can discern anything from, like...
Yes. You can roll a nature check. You roll me... Are you proficient in history?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are, or you aren't?
I am. I'm not very smart, but I am proficient in history.
Roll a history check and a religion check. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
Oh boy, thank you.
Lanoth and Ranger. These are all creatures. The ones that he's mentioned tend to live in the Feywild. So they've all of the creatures that he's mentioned have come from a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
Keth, you see at this particular spot, you see what looks like a beast of some sort, and you see what looks like 4 guards. You can kind of look at the battle that's happened. You see that one of the guards fell in battle. But interestingly enough, at the very center of the crater, you see what looks like an indent of something. Unit acrobatics
to
check.
clarify, as I'm working my way through the battle and sort of backtracking to try and find where to try and find.
Yes, you climb a tree.
So as I'm backtracking to try and work out where the displacer base came out of the forest from, I'm literally doing like little actions for each person and what they were doing at each time. You know, I'm just like, sort of matching my feet to their footprints and sort of bouncing around. And then I find this little indent. So it's right in the middle of the crater.
Right. And actually, this is also the origin of the beast as well. But interestingly enough, you see other footprints. They're small. It looks like there are 2 sets of footprints.
Coming and returning, right?
Coming and returning from the center of the crater, but they don't interact with the beast at all.
I'm just gonna crouch and examine this for a little bit, and then I'm gonna shout out, Elfman, Avarice. was the things all like blasted and burnt before the fight or after the fight?
No, we saw. This is the fight that happened last night, and just after dusk, we saw flashes in the forest, and I sent 4 guards out to investigate, and there was a displacer beast here.
But was it all like this whole clearing is like exploded, and was that like that when they got here?
Yes.
Okay. There's a thing. Looks like someone put a thing down, and the displacer base just came out of a thing.
It was summoned.
I point at the indent and just point it out to everyone. And I also point out the little tiny footprints.
What do my half-elf eyes see?
Usually things when
make an investigation check.
Sorts of creatures. That's 3 criticals we've rolled.
That is 4.
Check out the footprints.
And roll an investigation check. So, what are you looking at?
Just, kind of in general.
Up in a tree, right?
Surveying these surroundings.
I survey my surroundings.
Yes, the high ground.
What's her name?
You don't notice any, things specifically on the ground, but you do see that there's another clearing that's very similar to this, about maybe a 5-minute walk away. And actually, as you are up in the tree, you see a flash of light.
There's another clearing now. They're coming.
One more time.
I just yelled, there's another clearing, and they're coming.
What's coming?
It's a wonderful question. What's coming?
Don't pay attention anymore because I'm starting to climb down.
Okay. Ranger, while you are looking, you can see the two sets of footprints that she's pointing out. They look to be about human-sized. Human or elven-sized. You really can't make out any details that she hasn't seen already.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep trying to figure out the footprints then.
I want you all to roll a perception check. Everyone.
I say as this is going on, I'm gonna
How
pull
do I
out
do
my.
that fancy box that you guys are doing?
And I have good wisdom. Why is that a 15?
Cyber.
I'm staring at footprints.
So Lanoth and Keth, you were the warning that Abby gave is kind of echoing in your mind, and you look off into the woods, see through the trees another bright flash of light.
I pull out my axe.
Do you move towards it?
Are we gonna go over there? Oh, Avarice, did you want to come with us, or do you want to go back to the city?
He's looking at you guys, and he's like, I'm not really a fighter, so you guys go look at that, and I'll be at the council hall when you get done.
I see Keth pull out her axe, and I immediately step away from her.
I'm gonna.
It's slash roll.
Yeah, forward slash.
I'll pull out a couple rocks out of my leather binder and just check them over again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to figure this out. Don't ignore me.
+8 for rapier.
There's
Jeez.
also if you're struggling with the commands on the chat, there's a dice roll.
And you are more than welcome to roll in real life too.
Yes.
I think I'll prefer to do that.
Yeah,
It's just
that's what I do.
roll dice.
I'm
I
just
roll-
lazy, so I just click buttons.
Mm.
I
would love
click
to just-
buttons
I don't have
because I like how it
Virgilian
doesn't
dice,
ask
so.
me.
You're making your way towards the clearing
Yep.
or towards the flashes of light.
If everyone is with me, like to begin with, I've just pulled out my axe and I'm standing in a defensive position on the edge of the clearing, like between everyone else and where I saw the flash of light. If everyone starts moving with me, I will start to move forwards.
I am pretty much in the back, like slowly taking out my mace and shield, like not really sure what's going on.
Okay.
Like everyone.
I join everyone as soon as I'm down from the tree.
So, what kind of is your marching order?
Keth,
Just assume
everybody, ranger.
I'm trying to stay ahead of everyone because a lot of these people look slightly squishy to me.
A lot of these people are slightly squishy.
I'm kind of off to the side, but not too much. But
I'm
behind.
near but behind Keth. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the next least squishy. I'm pretty sure. For
Sure.
Of dice.
Where's Lanoth then?
I'm gonna be more near the back, I would assume.
I'm somewhere.
I need time to cast my spurs.
Okay. So you're moving towards this flashes of light, yes?
Are
Yes.
we stealthing? Does everyone want to go quiet? That was Keth asking, by the way.
Can you?
Sometimes.
I don't
Not
think yelling
today.
really helps.
I'm sometimes quiet, just not today.
Oh, you trying to?
I'll go see what's up, and I just like start stomping.
The reason why Abby was a little
24 on stealth for Barry.
I start stomping
Wow.
ahead of everyone.
What did you get? What did you get?
24.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
I could tell.
The bard disappears.
Yeah, Bard's gone.
You all make your way towards the flashing light.
Yes.
Ah, snappers.
And you see-
Yeah.
A crater. And yeah, this brown spot is a crater here.
Oh, fire.
Yep, the trees,
What's the blue?
any trees that are like in this area are blown back or they're gone.
Yeah, but
And-
what's the blue?
It's just the background. It's fine.
It's just the background.
Mhm.
Here, let me change.
The brown
There.
is a crater.
There you go. It's like
And then
grass.
this is in the center. Or
Yes.
the bottom.
I sort of like cautiously step over, and I take up a guard position about here and watch it.
And you see this little thing here.
Thank you. It kind of looked like an island.
5 feet and not 100.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Sorry.
It's a big crater.
It's bigger than the island.
I mean, it is a big crater. Like, it is, to be fair, it's like 100-foot crater. And this thing here, which ranger, roll a nature check for me.
Who?
Oh, that's me. Uh-oh.
Is all this fire around here?
Oh, what the
Yeah,
heck?
these are fire. This
All
is
right, can I-
definitely trees that are on fire.
Would it be alright to cast a spell on myself?
Yes.
I didn't know if you wanted to
You
wait
guys-
for initiative or something.
The ranger, you recognize this as a will-o'-the-wisp.
Recognize what? The
This
so
is
it's the black stuff. Is that just like a part
it's a crater. It's literally like a hole.
So that's the deeper part of the crater,
Yes.
and then there's a glowy thing floating above it.
Yes. And ranger, you recognize this as a will-o'-the-wisp. And it doesn't
Yeah, and
look like
I
it
got
has...
immediately, just at that immediate realization, I'm just gonna yell out, like, Wisp!
And roll initiative.
Hey, I got that spell off before we rolled initiative.
Always a good thing to do.
Oh, wait. I haven't done this as a player character in so long. Goody. There it is.
Welcome back, Barry.
17 for me.
Very burnt. Which token's mine so I know which one to click?
The one that you can click.
Just click all of them until you figure out which one.
Okay.
That's what I did.
When in doubt, click it out.
What's going on?
Roll
Initiative.
for initiative.
The glowy lights are a will-o'-wisp.
What did you get?
Don't go near it.
I put it in
Flosser?
the chat.
17.
17?
His name's Barry Allen. He's the fastest man alive.
Yeah, I wonder why they gave me a Revivify pendant.
Okay,
I don't know what this hocus
I
pocus
can't
mumbo
even
jumbo
see
you're
my
talking
token.
about is.
I can't see my
um,
token, so
this is you.
You're the
Look
anime.
here.
no, like I literally can't see it. My internet is so slow.
Oh, well, we can help you.
No, let me reload the game.
Have you guys kind of figured out who is who yet?
Yeah,
I know
Okay.
this one's me.
No. Where?
this, but I got mine.
On right now?
You are this one here?
Me?
Yeah,
Where? Which one?
you are this one here.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
So that's
Got
you. And you can move you around.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Do you have Shalalala, Cyber?
Chilalala.
Well, I was reading I wasn't reading. I was listening to an audiobook, and there's a dwarf druid called Pickle, and how he pronounces Shillelagh is Shalala.
Shalalala.
I mean, I did go with Shillelagh because of how ridiculously powerful it sounds.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing.
Okay,
gives
so
your-
Barry, it is your turn.
Oh,
Top of the
shit.
initiative order.
But nothing's really attacked
Don't
us,
sing.
right?
Nope.
Well, that thing,
Um,
which looks like it will
I'm gonna-
probably attack us.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back until somebody else. I'm gonna hold my turn, I think.
Okay, are you going to hold an attack, or what are you holding?
Holy
yeah,
ducks, is this thing far away?
I'll hold
Oh,
an attack until the will-o'-the-wisp does something, I suppose.
Okay. Abby.
Really? Seriously?
From what
me?
Yeah, and from what you can tell, the will-o'-the-wisp is looking at Ranger and the people around her, so it doesn't look like it has seen you yet.
Okay. I am going to. So, kind of TLDR to me what I see, because I wasn't kind of here for everything. This is a what now? It's a will-o'-wisp, but like, what's
The
it
black
on?
bit's the deepest part of the crater. And the glowy thing has been identified by Ranger as a wisp.
Yeah.
And these are just random fires from explodey thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically,
Sucks.
it came, whatever caused the will-o'-the-wisp here, it came in this direction and hit and came to a rest over here in this darker pit.
And I have proper line of sight to it.
Yes, you would.
Okay. Cool. I don't like it. I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna shoot it.
You're going to shoot at it.
Keth
You hit
ducks
it.
instinctively.
Roll
What?
damage.
Oh. Cool.
Ball.
Did you want to do anything else?
Nope.
It kind of passes through, and you get the sense that this didn't do as much damage as you thought it would. Ranger.
Me. I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna sacred flame it.
Okay.
Man, those flames are sure sacred.
DC 14 dex save. I need a D20. There's one. He makes it save. So he takes
9.
Does it take half damage if it makes it save? Shadow.
I think Sacred Flame is an all or nothing spell.
Yeah, I think it's all or nothing. It doesn't say anything about half damage or anything
Okay,
about
so-
saves. So
Oh no, Sacred Flame I think is targeted. It's a dexterity save, and it takes no damage on a success.
Okay, so he just dodges the flame. I guess, dodges the flame.
Man,
Anything you want to do for a bonus action?
yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself. Hi.
Sure.
It's always worrying when the DM measures the distance between you and a creature you're fighting.
Me and the people around me.
Can I go ahead and go
I
now?
cast Sanctuary on myself, and then my turn's done.
I have
Okay.
no idea what Sanctuary does.
Good.
I'm assuming it's something along the lines of AC.
Naiinar.
Yeah. So I'm going to sort of walk around the fire, cast Shillelagh, and then hold my action for an attack if it goes too near me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Keth.
This is a weird glowy light thing, so I'm going to step very slowly forwards until that's about as far as I can walk, isn't it? Yes.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
I will give you the option.
Hi.
You can be here,
No.
or you can be here, but on your butt.
I'm going to be there, but on my butt.
Okay, so you are prone.
And I'm going to look a little shocked, but I am still going to have a go at, like... So I'm like... Technically, it's an attack with my axe from my prone position on this glowy light, but really
It's disadvantage.
I'm not expecting to be able to hit it. I'm sort of like trying to swipe through it because it looks like light. See if my axe can touch it, sort of attack.
Okay.
Man.
You miss.
Man, this is like not my day.
You're wrong. Anthony.
It's a few feet above. It's hovering a few feet above the length of your axe.
Huh. Can I use my bonus action to stand up?
Yes. No, you can't. That's half your movement. It takes half your movement to stand.
I don't have any movement left.
So ignore me. No, you are prone for a round.
Huh.
Lanoth.
Alrighty. I knew what I want to do, but I don't think I have range to go anywhere.
Not good, baby.
Oh, please.
Oh. You want this?
Let me
Stop it.
check.
Not you. Sorry.
Hi.
That'd be next turn. Hi.
She likes the dice, so I think we're good.
Good child.
Yes, future D&D player.
Hi.
I am going to
Baby,
Cast.
roll those dice.
Acid Splash on this thing.
Okay.
Because no one takes this spell, so I'm just like, I take this spell.
What does it do? Can you read the description?
Basically, I throw a glob of acid at one or two creatures. They have to roll a dexterity saving throw. If they save, they take no damage.
Just for shits and giggles, roll a d20 for me.
Roll a d20.
Does it hit
Yeah.
me?
Add your dexterity modifier.
D20 plus 1. 2! I rolled a 1.
Okay. Keth, you take 5 points of acid damage.
Do I not even get a chance to try and...
Nope, you can't take dexterity saving throws if you are prone.
Thanks, babe.
And the will-o'-the-wisp dodges out of the way.
That's unfortunate.
Teamwork.
I forgot that it was an incline down. I'm just like, oh, it's probably not a good idea.
Do you take acid splash? Do you take a half damage on a save?
If you save, you take none.
Oh, okay.
We only have...
It is now the will-o'-the-wisp turn, and the will-o'-the-wisp...
Hey, hold on, can I actually go before the will, real quick?
Hold on.
Or
You're holding your action.
You're holding your action.
okay, fine.
I will let you take it. But give me just a second.
Okay.
So the will-o'-the-wisp is going to move. I was there.
I get an attack of opportunity as it's trying to float past me.
Yes, you can take an attack of opportunity.
Fuck yeah!
It's still
Roll damage.
disadvantage because she's prone.
Oh, yep, you're right. So roll your disadvantage.
Those are enough.
Yeah! Roll the
Same
damage.
thing. Roll axe.
Okay.
So it takes 1 point of damage.
Naiinar, you get an attack of opportunity, or you get to use your attack.
Did I hit?
Nope, you don't hit.
That's a 9.
Because that was probably going to do actual damage since it is a magic attack.
And then, so it's gonna go there, and Barry, you get your attack.
Okay. I'm gonna viciously mock it. And,
Yes, you are.
that's gonna be a wisdom save. He has to beat a 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I've seen bigger fires on a horse crotch. That's my mouth.
Yes. How much damage does it take?
So it failed.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. So it's going to take 4 psychic damage, and it's going to have disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
And you make
And
Abby
then-
laugh.
And then who's the archer? Like, who is shooting bows and arrows?
Your rogue is
Okay.
shooting
Yeah.
arrows.
I'm gonna inspire the rogue
Okay.
with a
You
1d6.
already inspired me.
Yay!
Can I just say that Discord was messing up, so I didn't actually hear him talking until I reloaded, and I came back right at the insult.
Oh, I think it's perfect.
Good timing.
And then I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
It
Um.
was such an inspiration.
And the Will-o'-the-Wisp is going to flash bright blue and shoot a spark of energy out at Ranger.
Disadvantage.
I rolled a 7 both times. What is that? Plus attack. So that's 11. Does that hit you?
Hang on.
She might have disconnected from the chat.
I mean, technically, I had Sanctuary on me. A wisdom saving throw first.
Oh, okay. That is a 19 for the wisdom saving throw.
It's, but I think if the attack was 11, I don't think he hit me.
Okay, so it could attack you, but it didn't hit. So Sanctuary is still up, right? Or no, because it saved against it?
I will let you know. Continue what you're doing.
Cool. Barry, it's your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna mock it again.
Yes, you are.
Another fire-based pun. I'm sorry, I can't think of it right now.
That's alright.
How can you be on fire if I'm the one burning you?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
I think it stays up until I attack something.
Okay. In that case, how much damage do I take? Do I take another?
No, just 1 point this time.
Okay.
And that'll
are you gonna inspire anybody on your bonus action?
No.
Okay. Abby.
Wow. Rude. No. What can I use his inspiration on, by the way?
Attack rolls.
You're not a war bard?
You don't get to
I don't
choose to be
think
a
he-
warbard
yeah.
until later.
Oh, that's level
You can
5.
use it on attacks and ability checks and saves, I think.
Yep, and saves.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke that bitch.
Poke that bitch. Yeah, you poke that bitch. How much
Yeah,
damage
poke
do you
that
do?
bitch.
7? This is a non-magical dagger, right?
Yep, just a normal dagger.
This creature is looking pretty rough. The lights are like flickering on it. It's kind of, you kind of see it can't stay in one place anymore. It's kind of bobbing around like it's having a hard time.
I'm gonna stay here, but like one of my hands is kind of covering Ranger.
Okay.
And my dagger is like in front of me.
Cool. Ranger.
Meh, meh.
No, baby, Ranger.
I'm going to.
I have 8 d20s, you guys.
Nice.
One
Stay
little
there
one.
and hold my action.
Okay. What's your trigger?
Small holes.
If it attacks somebody, then I'll attack it.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything for your bonus action?
I'm a sanctuary on me, but not attacking anything.
Okay. Naiinar.
Shanae would still be up because it lasts a minute, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna take a step up to it and take another swing.
Yeah, you hit that. You hit that sucker.
That is magic damage. What counts as a magical weapon for Shanae?
How do you want to do this?
Sort of take a like, big sweeping swipe at it.
As you do, you take and
That
it just
child likes.
as you touch it, it kind of dissipates and sparkles off as it's lost control of its form.
Does it look like everything's okay now?
Make a perception check.
Do I know anything about wisps and how they manifest?
Keth staggers upright and is like shaking her arm, which has like a red welt across it from the acid. And it's like, "Hey! Oh, you got it already." That thing was weird. I couldn't hit it with my axe.
I'm gonna go up and go over and help her get back out of the crater if she needs to.
I'm
look like-
stopping in the crater to look for footprints and things.
Yeah.
If it looks like everything is okay, I'm gonna just immediately turn around, grab Ranger by her collar. Why was it targeting you?
Roll a. Wait, you rolled pretty high on your will-o-the-wisp. You would know that it just kind of blindly attacks the first thing it sees. And since you were the one who kind of
Shouted out.
you yelled out and alerted it to your presence, that's why it kind of that's probably why it came after you.
No? So yeah, she just kind of stares back at you, a little freaked out and fearful, and just basically says, I those things, they'll attack the first thing they see. I guess it saw me first because I yelled, and I'm sorry.
Hey, leave her alone!
They leave the cleric alone.
Cutting out.
They're telling you to leave the cleric alone.
Hey, leave her alone!
Oh no, yeah, I mean, once she just clearly doesn't have anything special, I'm just gonna let go and walk away. And just mumble, then be careful next time.
I'd like to make my way over to the crater.
I would like to be looking to see if I can find footprints like there were before. And the other one.
Hold on. You, not Ranger, Abby, you see some movement out in the trees. Right about here.
Right about where? Sorry?
Right about here.
Top left or right? Top right.
Yeah. Keth, roll investigation.
To be investigation. I have a -3 in investigation.
Yeah, I also gonna
I have
jump
a
down
plus
the crater
2
after
in
this.
investigation.
Don't
bet
see
you about-
anything.
Consider it helping.
Whoever wants to roll investigation.
Couldn't it have been survival?
I don't see shit.
I don't
Ranger.
think I see anything either.
It's broken.
Ranger, you don't see any footprints. What you do find is a ring.
Okay.
It's a plain band. It has a black stone. It's a diamond-shaped stone, and it is cracked.
Immediately pick it up and start looking at it.
I'm gonna suppose, out of curiosity, I'm going to start casting detect magic.
Okay.
I mean, I doubt I'm gonna hit anything from where I'm at, but
What is the range on detect magic?
30 feet.
Keth
30 feet? Where are you? You're here?
Yeah,
This is you?
I want to see if these if these fires are magical or something like that.
No. You get a magical essence coming off of the bard gives a magical essence. The druid gives a nature-based magical essence. Ranger gives off a cleric, like a holy-based magical. But there's something in her hands that is magic.
All right.
Detect my shoes.
No.
Alright. I've wandered up to Ranger and I'm just looking a little bit concerned and just saying, "Are you okay?"
I'm just staring down at the ring, not even looking up at you. And I say, I'm fine, but this is really interesting. Have you guys ever seen anything like this? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. It's really nice, though.
It's a very pretty ring. Why is it cracked?
Presumably because it has a whatever caused the wisp to fall on it.
I could fix the crack, but I'm afraid if I fix the crack, this might be bad. If I fix it, it might do something.
I'm going to err on the side of you're correct with that. He sort of looks around, notices the fact that Abby has her bow out, and sort of looks behind Ranger to try to follow her line of sight.
Make a perception check.
Fuck! I'm falling shittily today.
You don't see
you're
anything.
in the bottom of a crater.
I was only on the lip.
Question.
Answer.
Did the indent in the previous crater we were looking at look like a sort of little circle?
No. It looked like it was a ball about the size of an orange.
Okay. Carry on.
Does anybody know anything about this ring?
It's black
God.
and it's
Anyone who
gold,
is
and it's very pretty.
anyone who is proficient in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
I'm not proficient in it, but I do have a +2 bonus to it.
I'll come up to the crater. Just like look down it. Hopefully not fall in it.
I mean,
Cyber, I'll let you roll. You can roll.
Yeah, be careful there, Len. It's very slippy.
Yes, I can see why it was a bad idea to just lob a spell down here. I don't know anything about no ring.
I'm just pouring a little bit of water over my arm.
Cyber, you look at the ring and you can tell it's magical, but the magic doesn't feel right.
like, otherworldly? Not right?
Yeah, it kind of like, the best I can describe it is it's kind of like magic on this plane vibrates at a certain frequency, and this magic vibrates at a different frequency. So it just kind of feels off.
So he sort of frowns at it and sort of it feels like it's not from our world.
Really?
Hang on.
Can I have a look at that? I want to see if I recognize it from my world.
Your world?
I didn't say that as Keth, I'm just telling the DM.
Oh.
You make an Arcana check and make a Perception check. Are you walking towards it? Are you walking towards it? Are you doing anything different? Because what you saw is just kind of standing there, and you can't see what it is. You just kind of noticed movement, and the movement stopped, but you can still kind of see what looks like a yellow cloth. Keth, you pick up the ring, and you hold it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And you sorry, I'm doing something else.
Really else.
Give me a second.
Yeah, multiple things happening at once, it's fine.
Abby's trying to do things while I'm trying to also explain things, so I'm
Yeah.
Freaking Abby doing things.
For once, it's not me.
Okay. They don't seem to notice you, or whatever is you notice doesn't seem to notice you. Keth, you pick up the ring. It doesn't feel. You also get the same feeling that this is wrong, that this is not from even your plane of existence or your world.
Okay.
Did I get any feeling from it?
Make an Arcana check. Yep, same thing as Cyber. It doesn't feel right.
I
gotta
pass it
try
back to Ranger looking faintly disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Take
That's okay.
a step back, and I want to just count the members of our party and see if I can remember whether we've got everyone here or not.
Make an intelligence check. What's your intelligence modifier?
My intelligence
Minus
modifier.
3.
-3.
So
With
she could go into the
disadvantage.
negatives.
Make an investigation check with or an intelligence check with disadvantage.
That's still pretty good.
You're not sure. You think you're not sure about the numbers. Like, you can't count and know that you're missing someone by the numbers, but you kind of look through and you're like, wait, something's not right.
I stand up and put the ring, just tuck it away in a small bag, and just say, I mean, the ring doesn't seem to be doing anything, so...
Hey, guys.
Ring?
Probably look around.
Drinks.
Guys, 1 minute. I'm feeling something's wrong, and I'm not sure what. Let me just see. There's the lovely, pretty cleric lady.
Well, there's fire everywhere,
there's
too.
my very friendly, tall man, and the beardy person, and the little person. There was someone.
Okay.
Was there someone else with us?
Wait, where'd the archer go?
I honestly don't. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. You're straight. Yeah, there was definitely someone had a bow and was shooting that shiny thing.
Since Abby actually kind of helped me, I'm going to start walking out of the crater looking around for her.
She didn't seem too enthused.
Make a perception check.
I'm looking
Did seem to want to
also
replace us
because
immediately.
I've established now that there is someone missing and I need to protect them.
I'm trying to figure out if he has an inkling on who she is yet.
No, you wouldn't. She's had her face kind of covered.
I kind of meant more from sort of personality-wise, but even then...
Make a wisdom check.
I'm looking around as well because I'm trying to find the person who's missing.
Neither of you see Abby. No, I mean, you've met a few rogues in your time. They all kind of seem shifty and weird. You can't really, there's nothing like familiar about her. You two don't see Abby, but you do see two figures standing right over here in yellow robes.
I immediately drop to the ground in a quick and hastily attempt to stealth.
Sure, roll a stealth check.
Do we notice this cloak?
I walk straight towards them.
Hold on. Just roll a dexterity check for me real quick.
To a really sharp rock and just yell out in pain.
Who's doing dexterity?
We can't hear you at all.
Yeah.
It's roboting.
Let's have no.
What did you say?
Should probably get away from my sneak attacks.
I think you might nearly be back. But...
Keth, did you roll a dexterity check for me?
I wasn't actually
I
saying
didn't know that you meant me. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I meant you.
Why do I have to always...
Yuna wasn't saying anything.
Oh, we had just heard robot voices, so we assumed it was you.
I think that might have been Jess, actually.
Oh no!
No, I can hear you.
Sounded more like it.
Thank goodness for that. I don't want to be landing.
Sure. You can walk the extent of your movement. So where were you here?
I'd already moved out over here before I saw that.
Okay, so here, what is the extent of your movement?
30, so that's
So you can get there. Yeah. Actually, if you want, you can make it all the way to them, but you can't do anything.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just walking straight over to them. I'm sort of like, hey, you guys.
As you see one of them starts muttering under his breath and doing some incantations, and then in a flash of purple, they disappear.
What the fuck just happened?
Would
Hey,
I
guys!
see
Hey,
this?
guys! There were 2 people over here, but they just disappeared in front of me.
Yeah, it was a pretty bright flash. You guys all would have seen it.
But I've seen the magi
Abby
people.
yell,
Yep.
"Damn it, Keth!"
I'm busy prestidigitationing the mud and blood off of myself from scraping myself up on the ground.
I'm
It builds
gonna look
character.
very carefully at the place where they were and see if I can see anything at all.
At this point, he just takes off his hood and says, "I hate culty fucks."
You take off your hood?
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate culty fucks.
Is there an afro underneath this
I'm
hood?
looking very
Just
closely.
unkempt and long.
I'm looking very closely to see if I can work out where they've gone.
Make an investigation check.
Can I do something as
I
well? and just-
critted, and it's a 17.
You see footprints.
Real quick, that now I'm picturing Cyber's character as like looking like a
Think
Bob Ross,
Mountain
but if he
Man.
was like just a super dirty hippie.
Wait, who?
Bob
You.
Ross,
Bob Ross.
but with more beard.
Nah, think. Oh, what's his name? Fuck, I'm completely blanked on the name.
Come back
Shit.
to that.
You know,
Oh,
was
Robin
Abby saying
Williams.
something to me because I wasn't really able to hear what you said.
Oh, you see footprints coming to the spot, but not leaving.
Alright. Abby, were you saying something to Keth? Because I didn't hear it properly. Yuna? Silence.
The light's on, but I don't hear the voice. And she's gone.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi! Hello. Hello.
Oh, there's this Discord thing.
Yeah, I was going to say type. But yeah, we think Robin Williams in Jumanji just after he skips the board from the board.
Yep.
If we have a break at some point and we all leave the Discord chat and then rejoin it, that usually fixes that problem with Discord.
Okay, we can have a break.
But okay.
Let's go break some backs. Woo!
Did you want to have a break now?
I'm in favour of a break mostly because I need the toilet anyway.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Alright, we'll be right back after. Well, I don't have
These
any ads,
messages.
so, see you in a little
No,
bit.
still not working. Oh!
Walking upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've just made voices live again. Hello.
Greetings, sentients.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Hi-yo.
Blast from the past.
Okay.
Greetings and salutations. I am Yuna and I'm still a robot.
You're not really roboty right now.
Just quiet.
I told you, Yuna, you're a cyborg, not a robot. Just
Fuck
occasionally
you.
cyborg.
Mecha fruit.
Okay, so just to recap, you've just killed a will-o'-the-wisp.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You picked up a strange ring
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
that has a black stone in it, and the stone is cracked.
Uh-huh.
Yellow people.
And now you are following a cult of people in yellow hoods.
We don't know they're a cult yet. They may just be people who like to wear yellow.
You're following people in yellow hoods.
It's Naiinar who called them culty fucks.
Was Abby saying something to me before we cut off? Because I'd like...
Not really. I just appeared there. Just appeared out of nowhere next to you. And started investigating the area as well.
I like, they just went poof! It was very weird.
Yes, Keth. Yes, it was.
Guys over here.
Naiinar makes his way over.
Yeah, I head over.
Keth, you found footprints leading to that spot, but not away from that spot.
Yes.
Which you gather is probably because whatever purple light that was, they disappeared.
They went poof and disappeared. I
I'm
saw
not
that.
using your mouth.
So
Them
there
darn
were these
poofs.
people here. You can see their footprints that they came from over there. But they just, when I came over to say hi, they just went poof and disappeared. So I think we should find out who they are. And there's footprints. Yes.
I suspect they are the ones summoning these fey creatures. So, yes, following them is probably the best idea.
They didn't walk away. They just walked here and then they went poof. But
Well, if we're lucky, we will find their camp.
Time.
They were watching us. Why were they watching us?
we're so cool.
Probably because they were wanting more chaos than a bunch of adventurers throwing themselves at a wisp.
Maybe they summoned the wisp.
What do they have to gain by summoning these creatures?
I suspect this might be a cult that just causes chaos for the sake of chaos.
I will say...
How do you know they were a cult? It was just two people and they were wearing bright yellow.
Two people can be a cult.
It could be a small cult, but why else would mysterious people in robes summon fey creatures and be ominous? It's a very culty thing to do.
Maybe they were just passing by and came over to say hello.
Why would they teleport away then? I think that
Maybe they're
Sometimes
shy.
people just don't like me, okay?
he just reaches over and pats her on the head before saying, I'm fairly certain these are the people we're looking for. If we're lucky, we'll be able to find them if we figure out where they came from, but I doubt they were dumb enough to teleport back to there.
Okay.
This time I want to make the check. Because he doesn't have his hood on, and he's been talking quite a bit.
Wisdom check.
Where is my wisdom deck?
You recognize him. You can't place it though. I mean, it's been several years. There's something really really familiar about him, and you know that you know him, but you don't know where you know him from.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep absolutely quiet about that.
Well, I suppose the next thing we should all discuss is
You are slightly suspicious, though.
Listen, I am suspicious of anybody else.
I'm gonna wallop you with this quarterstaff by the end of the session.
Okay, what were you saying, Shay?
I suppose our next plan of discussion would be, should we continue to see if we can find these two fellows?
Yes.
I will say,
He says yes.
your contract was to find the source, what was causing these strange manifestations.
They either are the ones responsible, or they know they have a pretty good idea what is.
Yes, but should we tell Avir about the section of his avarice? Is it? Oh, it is. That's not an R.
I mean, technically, we haven't fulfilled the contract because we don't.
Well, I'm not saying we fulfilled it, but part of this
spend it wasting time
/ forest is on fire.
I think that all that will do is make the trail go cold.
Let's find evidence first and then tell him.
Behind you, you can hear the clanking of metal. And if you make your way back towards the clearing, several of the High Council guard members are coming towards the clearing now.
Naiinar just sort of stands on the edge, but by where we just were, and sort of looks at them.
You see about 4 of those guards. They are in silver and gold plate mail. It's elven in nature. They all are high elves, so they're all like blue, purple, gold skin colors. They all seem to shine in the light. And they have a dark blue sash. It's like a navy blue sash.
I'm hiding behind a tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Should I go up and talk to him?
I'm looking curiously at my hiding companions.
Well, I think I was going to have Naiinar do the talking. Quickly explain to them what we've found so far.
I'm a pretty good talker. I could go talk to him.
I am not the best. Discussing.
Maybe.
They don't like look hostile towards you. They're set about they're putting out the fires.
Yeah,
Naiinar takes off his glove to show them that they are indeed the adventurers that were hired.
And one of them approaches you, and he talks he's a elvish gentleman. I mean, he looks like pretty much any other elvish gentleman in the sense that he looks like he's an adult, but you can't tell how old he is.
I'm an adult, I swear.
You can kind of see he does seem to have a little bit of gray at his temples. And he approaches you and goes, so you are the adventurers, yes?
Yes.
Very well. What happened here?
Well, when we arrived, there was a wisp in the crater. We managed to deal with it. Just behind us, where the rest of my friends are, there were 2 strangers in yellow robes. They appeared to have used magic to teleport away as soon as we tried to approach. We are about to go follow the trail of footprints they left when they arrived here.
He nods his head. Yes, these are consistent reports. Did Avarice tell you about the chanting?
No.
I believe that detail was omitted.
It is something that we just recently discovered last night. I wasn't sure if the information had made it towards him or not.
Right.
We have been patrolling these forests for the past few days now, and last night the men who the men who fought the Displacer Beast reported that right before the incident, they heard chanting in the woods.
Good.
And they narrowly avoided the crater being created. Words are hard, guys. I'm so sorry.
It appears to be some sort of Fey cult, given the fact that they are all summoning Fey creatures in a forest.
Yes, I believe.
As to why, well, only one way to find out. Two, if you include beating it out of them.
Yes, I believe that's why the king, King Ronan, summoned us in the High Council Guard. We've dealt with many of these creatures before.
Hmm.
Do you know anything about the Yellow Robe people besides what you've already told us?
No, the Yellow Robes is information new to us, even.
Oh, okay.
Well, these are clearly the cultists responsible, and they're almost certainly the ones that have been chanting. As to whether it's just the two that we saw, or if there's a larger organisation at hand, well, we'll find out soon enough.
This is the fastest anyone has managed to make it to a crater.
I also understand this is the first time it's happened during the day.
Yes.
They're clearly stepping up the pace. We're going to move faster than them, though.
He nods. Perhaps you should follow those tracks. We will take care of this fire here.
All right, thank you. He sort of turns around, puts his hood back on, and heads back into the forest.
We're gonna head.
Yes.
Ranger, roll a stealth check for me.
What, another one?
If you're hiding, you should roll a stealth check.
14.
The head guard sees you, and there is a flash of recognition on his face, but he doesn't say anything.
What do you
Do
want?
I notice that?
I don't know, make a perception check. Do you notice it? No, I don't. You don't necessarily notice it, but if anyone in the party's passive perception is more than 15, they would notice it.
Nope.
No.
Damn it, 14.
I have no idea how to figure out passive perception.
It's on your sheet.
It should be calculated for you. It is it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in
It's
perception.
at the bottom. No, I have 12.
Nope. So nobody really sees it.
I rolled really
My
average
passive is
stats.
only 16, so...
Oh, well, in that case, then yes, you would see it.
Immediately going to turn on my heels and just very awkwardly walk
He doesn't-
in the direction
doesn't
of
say
that we saw.
anything. Or do anything. He just, you can see that he knows who you are.
No, and I immediately head back over towards Abby and Keth and the footprints, and then just kind of keep walking.
Which isn't surprising because you know who this guard is. You've seen this guard before.
I tug.
And we're walking.
I tug Ranger's arm and direct her actually onto the path that the footprints are from. This way.
I got
This
it.
way. So we track the footprints basically.
Okay. You walk for about 10 minutes, keeping an eye on the ground. Sometimes you have some difficulties keeping on track just because while they aren't necessarily extremely light-footed, they were at least trying to hide themselves at some points. About 15 minutes into the walk, you come pretty close to another clearing. This is a third different clearing. Pretty similar to the others. Yep, this is a new one. You haven't seen this clearing before.
And new as in it's just happened, or old, like a few days old.
No, new as in this one. This one looks like it's about 5 days old.
Is it another crater?
Yep, another crater. Pretty similar.
Do the steps end here?
Nope, they keep going on.
I'm continuing to follow the steps.
Do you want to investigate this new crater?
I kind of do.
Do we need to? I don't know.
Not really.
I'm gonna continue to follow the steps until someone stops me.
I'm gonna
You
keep with
jump
Keth.
down into the crater and start looking around for any clues.
Yeah,
Roll an investigation check for me.
I'm going to do the same as well.
Hey, where you going?
So if no one stops me, I'm just gonna keep going. So
Jay.
I leave you all behind and follow the.
All three of you see that instead of a ball or the slight indent that the ring created in this in the crater that you guys were just in, this one seems to have a square indent. It's about a foot by a foot and a half. Roughly, for your reference, your characters wouldn't know this, but for your reference, it's roughly suitcase sized.
Alrighty.
Or like briefcase sized.
Is there a briefcase in the hole?
No, it is gone. But there is a square indentation in the mud. Lanoth, you see that once again there are 2 sets of footprints. You don't see any other kind of prints in the crater itself, but looking around in the like path of the crater, you know, the what would essentially be this brown part here.
Okay.
This brown part here, you see what looks like a fight, and you see what looks like a pixie wing on the ground.
Can I take the pixie wing?
Sure.
Okay.
When I see him sort of pick it up and sort of say, I point out, the old man did say there were pixies summoned.
Yes. Also seems like it's another 2 sets of footprints, so it's either another set of 2 or the same people.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Barry's pet pops out because
Yeah, I saw.
Whatever is making these craters are. What if those people were from the crater?
Or they were the ones putting either that, or they were bringing something to it to sacrifice for whatever ritual they're summoning creatures.
I would like to point out just that Keth kept walking, so Keth is now.
Keth and Abby are just like,
We are gone.
Keth and Abby and Barry, you don't know where they are. You can't see them.
The last crater we went to, that guard said that we arrived sooner than most, and we found an item. I found the ring. Then we come to this one. There's no item. What if they already took whatever was here?
What, so the fake creatures are just, what, byproduct? Or courier?
can I do a check to know anything about summoning magic? Like maybe these are just material components for a summon spell of some sort?
Sure.
I'm going to do the same as well.
Let's
Yeah.
see if we-
So I'm doing this
Sure.
Arcana.
Go ahead.
So intelligence or arcana?
Arcana. You both know that in typically for magic to like summon you to like take you to another plane or to summon something from another plane, you typically have to have an item, a tuning fork that's attuned to that plane, because each plane has a slight different vibrational frequency. But you're not really sure what this is because this is not normal.
Well, I do suppose we should probably catch up with the other three. We can discuss our findings with them.
Naiinar just sort of turns around and realizes that the other two hadn't stopped and sort of like, oh, right. So, tries his best to catch up with them.
Also, as a player, like Lanoth doesn't know about your guys' ring. I was like 50
No,
feet
you know.
away. Do
You
I
know
know?
this one.
All right, because I was like
you
50.
came over and you looked at it and you rolled an Arcana check on it.
I did not examine the ring. I was doing a detect magic when you guys were examining the ring.
Yeah, you did.
Mm.
Yeah, but then you
You
came
did
over.
take the ring.
Oh, well, I detected something
You
in
detected
the ring
the
of
thing
sand.
that I found, yeah.
Alrighty. So
So
You're not
during
awake
this, he's
yet,
gonna
babe, are you?
I'm awake. I just figured
also
that
catching up. Nainar's just going to say to Lanoth that if they had found the ring in the last one, and it did feel different to normal magic. And sort of goes on to explain, I don't know what Fey magic feels like, but I would bet that ring is what that feels like.
all the evidence that would probably suggest that.
I, as a player, don't
You
know
would
if
know. You looked at it, Ranger. You would know that that's not what Fey magic feels like.
Anything.
What?
Just kind of like awkwardly, like, okay.
Do
I'm
I
really-
notice she basically saying no?
I'm saying no, Ranger is not correcting you.
Man, I'm really kicking myself for not taking identify.
I probably should have picked something more useful than create or destroy water as my second tier 1 spell.
Oh, you can just make that useful.
No, it's useful. It just maybe is not useful in this instance.
Do we see anything
Sure.
before the others catch up with us, or are we just...
We're discussing hocus pocus.
We're just talking sort of magic theory.
So, Abby, what brought you to the guild?
What?
The guild.
Oh,
You
the
know,
reward.
sorry?
The reward.
Yeah, that's something that I want. Yeah.
Good talk.
You're very good at like disappearing. Maybe
Well,
sometime you could give me a lesson in it, because I try to disappear sometimes, but people always seem to see me.
Abby's kind of like vision just kind of trails off. Well, I've had quite the experience on disappearing.
Great. That's really great. Like, just people with experience are good at teaching. So, If you would be interested, I would be very happy to learn from you.
Perhaps.
I'm just picturing that fucking cow meme now.
You both wander into a clearing, a different clearing. And right as you get there, the rest of the group catches up with you. And you guys are in basically a clearing with a campsite in the middle.
Damn.
And a fairy?
No, not a fairy.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Crystal?
What side of the camp do we come in from?
You are coming in from over here.
Over.
Whee!
Okay. So,
Southwest.
Mm-hmm. Make perception checks.
perception.
And this all out here is forest. I just got lazy.
You know what?
Oh, come
I'm
on!
just a little bit distracted.
You were rolling so many ones today, Shadow.
Hmm.
You
For so
guys-
not paying attention, she just walked into a tree.
I just pulled the ring out again, and I'm like still looking it over, trying to figure out what it is.
I'm still trying to work out Abby.
Lanoth,
18.
you know, like, you've traveled with a tribe for a while. You know what a campsite looks like when it's been abandoned. This campsite has been abandoned recently.
Well, I don't believe they're coming back. Like they've-
This table looks like it has... This table here looks like it has herbs and things on it. There's a couple of papers scattered around. This table has a couple small knives and things on it. Looks like just things that got missed when they were packing.
I'm gonna take a look at the papers, see if they actually say anything useful.
Okay,
I want to poke my head in all the tents.
sure. Everybody who's looking around, make investigation checks.
Yay!
Keth, you poke your head into a tent and
Tess.
you find a spot on the tent wall that looks important. You're not sure what it is, but you stare at it for a solid, 15 minutes trying to figure out what this is and why this is important.
It's a ladybug, isn't it?
At the end of that 15
Flutter,
minutes,
flutter,
it moves, and you realize it's a moth.
I carefully shoo the moth outside of the
I
tent.
love Keth.
Alright, so Keth's busy for 15 minutes while the rest is
Cyber, what were you looking at?
I was reading the papers on the desk, on the table.
You find one paper that has writing on it. What languages do you read?
Common, Elvish, Aquan, Dwarvish.
Yep, you can't read a thing.
I just hold it up and sort of wave it around to the other people who look like they could well, read and sort of say, anyone make heads or tails of this?
I was also
I'll look
looking
at it.
that table.
I want to try, but I only know 2 languages.
Yuna, you were looking at that table?
Yeah.
You, being a rogue, know where people tend to hide things. You, on a hunch, peek underneath the table and find a tiny scroll that is rolled up and bound in leather. You pull it open, and it basically says, if you found this note, we've moved on to Site B. Further preparation commences. Report to A.
I pass it on.
Brain!
Train heard you and scared away.
You can hear him far, far away.
Yeah, I passed it on.
Who do you pass it on to?
Just whoever's closest.
I sort of hold it and sort of... So is it in a readable language I can read?
Yeah, it's in common.
Alright. I just read them and say, so, they're not... They're either... It seems... So according to this, it seems that it's 2 principal... It's these 2 mostly, but they have allies.
You know from looking around that this... There, you have the note. It should have the note in your journals. If you... What was I saying? Blah, 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 blah.
This camp, does it look like it has, like, the wherewithal to just sleep 2, or is it more people?
Each one of these tents has 2 small bedrolls in it. This tent has a has what looks like it has a spot that looks like it had a larger bed. A spot that looks like it had like a tactical table.
So this is a group of 7 with a leader.
Ranger, what languages do you read?
I'm assuming Druidic doesn't have a written version.
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Aquan.
You can't read it either.
As much as I want to be helpful here, guys, I didn't get no extra languages.
Yeah, I mean, I covered the 3 basic scripts.
And I doubt it's written giant.
Did anyone go to...
Ooh, I can, like...
Did anyone
I can make
investigate
out
over here?
letters, and I can write a little bit in Dwarvish.
I'm fluent.
It's good to know, Keth.
Certainly not
Probably would
Dwarvish.
have eventually.
No, what sword say?
2 things. Yuna, underneath the table, there is a crest that looks like 3 circles overlapping, surrounded by a larger circle with horns.
I was investigating
out
this
that.
rock mass.
Nice.
And I really want to... I need to know if you point it out to the rest of your group.
I can't. It's cutting out.
Okay. Underneath the table, carved into the wood, is a symbol. It's 3 overlapping circles surrounded by a larger circle with horns.
Okay. Yeah, I would have pointed that out.
When you do, Barry, who is not here right now, but he gets a little nervous looking.
Maybe we should wait till next session to see what Barry says about.
Yeah, do you want to end it here?
I wanted to check the herbs.
I want to see what this rock is.
They are herbs that you know can be used to create poisons or healing potions. They're alchemical herbs, basically.
I'm gonna take them then.
Sure.
Does a druid recognize the symbol?
Nope. You've never seen it before in your life.
What was the Goliath doing?
I wanted to see what these rocks that are blue on the map.
The crystal-looking thing.
I rolled a 17 investigation.
They are crystals. And did you ever pick up the ring?
Ranger has the ring.
Yeah, but did you ever touch the ring?
I did not.
I thought you did, but
Here, this is what the symbol looks like.
I probably looked at it, but I probably didn't pick up and been like, that's the cool ring.
This is what the symbol looks like.
That's not ominous.
It's the most devilish Venn diagram I've ever seen. Whoever that guy is.
You see, there aren't any large crystals here, but you find a crystal that is about the size of your thumb. And when you touch it, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel right. It feels off.
I'm just going to pick it up and bring it to the others. Whenever they're done looking at their notes.
Sure.
He would have put down the piece of paper to
curiously glancing over. Is that note written in giant?
I'm gonna settle by the campfire and basically take a short rest while everyone's doing their investigation shit.
Okay.
Does that count as a small campfire?
It's like a medium-sized campfire. It's a campfire that would be appropriate for like 7 to 8 people.
I only ask because Druidcraft can be used to light a small campfire.
It's smoldering. It's not dead. This campfire was put out recently.
Oh. That's good to know.
So they broke camp and immediately headed over via that other crater to where we fought the wisp.
You followed footprints. The footprints you followed, you went the opposite direction.
Yeah. No, that was actually in character.
Okay, I'm just saying they were coming towards you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So they broke camp and then they came in our direction and then they teleported away.
They're like, nope.
Presumably, they teleported to wherever the site B is.
Or person A.
I'm gonna look at the shiny crystal that what's his name found.
I just want to say it feels really wrong to hold this. It's kind of uncomfortable.
It.
That sounds like the ring. It feels really weird holding it too. Do you want to hold it?
When you put it next to the ring, it kind of gives off a slight humming noise.
Ooh.
I just kind of pulled the ring away, and then put it back towards the crystal, and then pull it away, and just kind of keep doing that.
These two uncomfortable things are making an even bigger uncomfortability.
I kind of want to repair the ring now to see what it does.
I kind of don't want you to drop a bloody fey creature on us.
Looking at the ring, does
How
the
it
crystal
works.
look like it's like the gemstone for it?
No.
No.
The crystal is like it's a bluish purple crystal. Roll. Anyone who would like to roll a nature check.
Would I get
crystal.
would I get advantage if I pulled out my jeweler's kit?
Nope.
Really?
Cleric, nature cleric.
Nature cleric and a druid. Fail.
Do you have proficiency in nature, Yuna?
Yes.
Yuna, do you have proficiency in nature?
No,
Can I wander
It's a
over
crystal.
and get in on this nature
but I
check
like
out?
shiny things, so.
Sure.
Can't-
It's a crystal. It's shiny. Man, that crystal's really pretty, Keth.
And it makes
I love
noises.
Keth.
Hey, where'd you get the pretty crystal?
I found it over by the tent.
Awesome.
I cast mending on the ring.
Nothing
Can I
happened.
Can I touch Keth with the crystal to give her the uncomfortable feeling?
Broken ring.
The crystal doesn't. When you get it near Keth, it doesn't do anything.
Does it make her feel slightly uncomfortable?
I did feel the ring's uncomfortable thing, because
It feels like the ring felt.
it's another one of the things from not this place.
Presumably the same place.
But it's not from
Um,
my place either.
What? Somebody just asked me another question. What was that?
I said I cast mending on the ring.
Oh, yeah. You cast mending on the ring, and you can feel the energy leave. You can feel the actually the design around the outside of the ring kind of brightens up and comes to a full vision. It looks like it was modeled after a snake. So the gold band of the ring is like a snake on it. But the black stone, nothing changes. It's still cracked.
Mending
The
doesn't
black
affect
cover
magical
snippet
items, does it?
What did you say?
Mending
Sarah?
doesn't affect magical items, does it?
No, it wouldn't. It would. You could like repair the magical. You could repair
The physical item.
the physical, but not the magical. But this doesn't even repair the physical. The crack is still in the stone.
Guys, this is really weird because that should have worked.
You made it very pretty. Is that not what it's supposed to do?
I'm so sad that you guys aren't getting the reference of where this ring is from.
I mean, it sounds like one of the three, to be perfectly honest.
Because this ring should be familiar to you as players. Your characters would have no idea what it's from, but this ring, I guarantee you, at least one of you knows what this ring is.
It's a
DM is
serpentine ring.
encouraging us to metagame.
The DM put Easter eggs in,
Well,
and the DM wants their Easter eggs to be seen.
Well, the only serpent ring I know of is from Dark Souls.
It's not from Dark Souls.
I assumed that. So that's like the problem I'm having.
Like Cyber
It's
says,
in black,
it
not
sounds,
green, right?
It sounds a little bit like the Deathly Hallows ring, but
So
That was not the reference I was going for, actually. I was going with Lord of the Rings. I'm assuming this is some sort of Critical Role reference.
It's not a Critical Role reference.
I got nothing.
It's always a Critical Role reference.
It's not a Critical Role reference.
Are you sure?
I am positive. One of you knows. One of you is
Okay,
correct.
then.
Is it an anime?
I mean, if it was a snake bracelet, I would know.
it's Harry Potter, guys. It's the Deathly Hallows.
I really should check if there's more shadow hunters.
It's the covetous
Hey.
gold serpent ring.
Hello?
I have no idea.
It's
Yes,
the
so-
it's the Stone of Resurrection. From
It didn't have a ring, though.
Yes, it is.
it was by the time Dumbledore gets hold of it, it's on a ring.
Oh.
And Dumbledore tries to use it, and it cracks.
Huh. I don't remember that.
Mm.
So
I never
there's your
got
little
too far.
Easter egg.
This isn't an egg at all.
Just because I thought it would be fun to put in an Easter egg.
It is quite fun.
Yeah. So I will say, let's see, you left around 8:30. It took you about half an hour to get out to the first. So it's about lunchtime. It's high noon. And I feel like this is as good a place as any to kind of wind down for tonight.
Yeah.
After we table flip and look after the demonic Venn diagram, where's my notebook at?
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Okay.
Awkward silence
Yeah.
with a ring
So,
in a
like,
crystal that makes you uncomfortable.
I feel like if we're in a situation where Tim Dave's character would recognize something we've found, it seems unfair not to have him here to react to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how his
I'm
character
drawing
would react
blank,
to it,
So
but
I still think it's unfair to him more than anything else.
yeah.
I mean, you guys, there are options that you guys haven't looked at yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we still have to check out the big tent.
I'm too busy looking at this moth and then ushering it out of the tent I found it in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. There you go.
Okay. So I guess we should wrap it up there. Besides
Yes.
which, Yuna's having trouble with her connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing one. The other one can't even hear us half the time.
Tune in
The other
next
half.
week for the continuation of Snail Hunters.
Yeah. I'm not the DM next week. I get to
So-
play.
So yeah, in case
We're going back to falling down a hole.
watches these, we're back. We're going to be alternating games with
Yes.
this one and our usual Snail Hunters campaign.
Because it gives both
Return.
of our wonderful, illustrious DMs, myself, and Shadow, time to prepare and plan things.
And also time to play as their own characters, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So cool. Join us,
the person's name-
as we awkwardly work our way through how our characters will interact with each other for the rest of the campaign.
If there's a person named Stream, just to let you know, Yuna-chan 2 does indeed love you.
Aww.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the thing there. Bye
Whoever
bye,
that guy
everybody.
is.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.